Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome to the stage your host, your cruise director, Alan Brooks. All right, let's hear it. Come on now. All right, a very good evening and welcome aboard the Freedom of the Seas and welcome to tonight's Arcadia Theater for tonight's Welcome Aboard show. Now, before we get into this, folks, before we get into the show, I've got to ask, are you ready for the cruise vacation of a lifetime? Great energy up there, right off the top. Love it. Also, before I continue, I would like to say hello to all of our Spanish-speaking guests. Hello. Now, folks, my name's Alan Brooks. I'm proud to be your cruise director here aboard the Freedom of the Seas for the next week on board. We've got amazing activities, great entertainment, amazing food and service, this beautiful ship you're going to call your home away from home for the next 7 days. What do you think of the Freedom of the Seas your first day on board? She is a beauty. Now, I come to you all the way from Vancouver, Canada, and we have over a few Canadians over there, right? Fantastic. Now, you represent, I think it's 57 different nationalities with 4,211 guests on board. We have 1,400 crew members from 68 different nationalities. So really broad spectrum of everyone from around the world. Just for instance, where are you guys from over here? There's a really international crowd. Where are you guys from? Nashville. And Poland. There you go. And South Carolina, international, folks. It's just all across the board. Poland, right in the center, perfect. All right. Now, folks, like I said, we have amazing activities and programming coming up for you, but you guys come aboard, 4,211 of you. You truly bring the soul and the atmosphere to our ship, cruise after cruise. So I want to find out who you are right now. By round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, how many people cruised with Royal Caribbean before? Where are my crowd announcers? Welcome back. That is awesome. Thanks for coming back to us. I think we have over 1,600 repeat guests with us, so thanks for coming back to Royal Caribbean. How about first-time cruisers who have never cruised before? So I was a little quieter. They're like, oh gosh, present. We have to love the first-timers. We're all there at some point in time, folks, on our first cruise. You can tell who the first-timers are even before they get onto the ship. They're jumping out of the taxis, out of the buses. They're smiling from ear to ear the first time they see this thing. They can't believe it floats. And they come over the gangway, and they're looking at all the glass and the brass. They just can't believe it. They're just in awe. I saw a couple coming over the gangway, really excited, hand-in-hand. She had about 16 bags, 8 of which were what, ladies? Shoes. So they come, he had like a little one. And they came across the gangway, really looking up at all the beautiful of the ship and everything. And I said, hey guys, welcome aboard, can I help you out? They just walked right past me. And then I saw them about 2.5 hours later when I knew for sure they were first-timers because they eventually found their cabin at that time. And he swung his cabin door open and he held the door open for a moment. That huge smile he had just turned to a blank stare. And he held the door open for a moment and he looked over to his wife and he looked back to his cabin. And then he looked back to his wife. And then he reached into his bag and pulled out the brochure. He looked at the picture of the cabin on the brochure and then back at his cabin. And then he looked back to the picture of the brochure, he saw it read underneath, actual size. Now, folks, we make those cabins small on purpose. You're not going to spend a lot of time in there. You'll be out enjoying all the great programming we have coming up for you. Now, there are still some people coming into the room here right now, and I know some of you are on second seating at dinner. We'll have you out in time for dinner as well. We have lots of show coming up for you folks. Without further ado right now, I want to introduce this wonderful band that opened up tonight's show. They are the Freedom of the Seas Orchestra under the direction of Sean Robson, who's on trumpet. Please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the stage, the Freedom of the Seas Orchestra. And we also have from the Scratch DJ Academy in New York, we've got Tim Martello. He's our Scratch DJ for the crew. Give him a nice round of applause as well. Please, a little unorthodox orchestra. Now, you're going to see this group of talented musicians behind me. We've got a bunch of different activities, but also here this year for all the different shows, from our production shows and guest entertainers. You're going to see every single night of the cruise here. So we got lots coming up. Now, we're going to go back to you right now, one of my categories. I'm going to break it down right now and find out more about our guests on board this week. Where are my wild singles? Look at a pack of women over there and one guy in the back. Well, for those of you too shy to scream and shout here at the show, we have singles activities each and every day of the cruise, whether it be in the disco or a poolside. It's all going to be in your cruise compass. All right, how about the other end of the spectrum? Anybody